Of course, one of the direct consumer benefits of lower oil prices is lower gas prices at the pumps. In the nation's capital, for example, 6 months ago, drivers were paying more than $1.35 a litre. Today, they can fill up for about $1.16 a litre, and the national average sits at $1.23. Ron Charles now with what that means for the broader economic picture.
These are numbers Canadian drivers haven't seen in years. Gasoline prices down an average of 15 cents a litre across the country. Winston Newman doesn't mind that his gain might come at a loss to oil traders.
I'm hoping speculators are getting burned. We'll serve them right. They drove it up. Hopefully they'll get burned on the way down.
Carrington Lyons is just happy to be saving about $20 a week on gas.
The pump's always going up and there's so many increases. It's nice to have an actual relief of being decreased in the amount that I'm spending every week.
The hope is that the money she and other drivers are saving at the pump will be pumped back into the economy. Former Member of Parliament Dan McTague runs a website that tracks and predicts gas prices.
Motorists are going to save, 10, 15 bucks a tank full, something they haven't done in a very long time. And in the short term, more money in the hands of consumers means more money distributed through the economy. Good for local business, good for retailers.
It's almost like an immediate tax cut for consumers across the entire country.
That's how Bank of Montreal senior economist Robert Kavcik likens lower gas prices.
It means more money for consumer spending, basically, at the end of the day, and that's that's an area of the economy that's been a little bit sluggish of late, just given high household debt and so on. But that's something that's going to be a positive for sure.
But how positive is still not clear. Some economists say even if drivers go out and spend the money they saved at the pump, that increase in retail spending might not be enough to make up for the hit to the overall economy from plunging oil prices. Ron Charles, CBC News, Toronto.
So we got a bit of good news, bad news here.
Yeah, the truth is, Peter, there are pros and cons in much of this news. Declining gas price, welcome news for drivers, as you heard, but it also means lower tax revenues for governments. Similarly, a drop in the price of oil, bad for governments who see lower revenue, but there are a lot of businesses that stand to benefit. And then there's the dollar. It is trading down, and that's partly a reflection, economists say, that we really are a petrocurrency now. But keep in mind that even that has a positive side. Manufacturers who export see it as a very welcome development. So really how it all shakes out for the Canadian economy isn't something we settle in days. It's really weeks or months before we understand it.
Well, we'll be watching. Thanks, Amanda. Amanda Lang.